Hello, my friends. This is Dwight from Ford's Glory 700. I just wanted to do a follow-up video regarding Canadians loving Kanye West. And Kanye, we love you, brother. But what I wanted to respond to is I've been watching a number of videos on YouTube regarding the backlash, as it were. And there's quite a bit of backlash against Kanye West for simply sitting down and having a meeting with the President of the United States, as though that should be a problem. Uh, President Trump has basically had an open door policy, as it were, to allow Americans who have issues with maybe things that are going on in America. He's basically left the door open to say, okay, let's have a discussion. Let's address these issues and see if we can come to a common understanding, a place whereby we can work together to help resolve these issues and make America great again. That's really the whole idea. Making the country better than what it is presently, much better for that matter. And all of a sudden, there's questions from individuals like CNN anchorman Don Lemon regarding his mental capacity and mental illness and so on. And, speaking about his mother who passed away and how she'd be rolling in her grave and all this utter nonsense and disrespect towards Kanye West simply for meeting with the President of the United States. And then you have blacks who think they're of some great importance simply because they're in the celebrity spotlight to speak degradingly of Kanye West and referring to him as, an Uncle Tom and a sellout and a house nigger and all these other things. And it's really unfortunate, but it's not surprising because there's clearly a narrative that is being spun, and blacks in general need to be kept in line. And so you have these leftist, these liberal thinking blacks who think they're progressive and who think they're down for the cause for pro-blacks, that when someone who clearly can think for himself decides to do just that and to think for himself, all of a sudden there's an issue. And I'm just creating this video simply to say, haters are going to be haters, as the expression goes. Kanye West has a right to do what he felt was right, which was to meet with the President of the United States of America. President Trump was more than willing to meet with him. Why is there a problem? Right? He addressed some of the issues and concerns in the black community related to single parent households being around 70 to 80%. I mean, it's ridiculous. Also addressing the violence in the black community, which is extreme, black on black crimes. It's a fact. I'm more likely to be killed, probably 10 to 1, 20 to 1, maybe even 100 to 1 by another black person than I am to be shot and killed by the police. And I live in Toronto, Canada. I've never had a negative encounter with law enforcement. Never once. I've been a law-abiding citizen. I was reared in a single-parent home, I might add, but she had given me strong values, and I took those values for myself. But the point of what I'm getting at is that Kanye West has a right to have his views and to have individual thoughts. And if those thoughts differ from your own or does not go along with your narrative because you're quite happy to be enslaved by erroneous ways of thinking, that's his right. He has a right to his thoughts. And you may not agree with it, you may not like it, but you certainly, in my opinion, don't have the right to all of a sudden begin to degrade the guy simply because he has views that you don't agree with. He's a man, and he has a right to his individual thoughts. And I'm creating this video simply to say there are blacks out there, such as myself, and I think there's a lot more than not, that agree with Kanye and say, Kanye, you're right. there's a lot of issues in the black community. And if this president who's currently sitting in office can help to assist us on any level, that's a move in the right direction. Why would that or should that be a problem? And I believe President Trump, he's a great president as far as I'm concerned. So far, he's following through as much of his promises as he possibly can. And he's doing a great job. And of course, you got the Democrats and those spinning the narrative and the propaganda that this guy's a racist and this, that, and the other. All of that stuff is stupidity. It's utter nonsense. It's not true. Just look at the facts. The facts are he's a great president. He's doing a great job. He's representing the American people, all Americans he's representing. And he's doing a fantastic job as far as I'm concerned. So, hey, I'm 100% on board with what Kanye had to say, especially with the issues related to the black community. A lot of those problems are self-inflicted. Blacks need to take accountability and responsibility for themselves, for their community, and for their overall well-being. That's just the way it goes. We can't look to external factors and say, well, yeah, you got to save us. You got to do this. No. We have to pull up our boots, as it were, and get to the work. So, Kanye, you have blacks in America, in Canada, throughout the Western world, I'm assuming throughout the entire world, that are common sense thinking people that say, yeah, you know what? The way to get ahead is to take accountability, do what you got to do for yourself. And if you can get support along the way, then you take it, right? It's that simple, people. Really, it's not complicated. Anyways, Kanye, like I said, Canadians, we love you. And for those of you that are hating on Kanye, well, you have a right to be stupid. That's just the way that goes. Anyways, this is Dwight from For His Glory 700. Have a great day. Goodbye.